Hi, it's Angie. Welcome back. Today's video is going to be a product review, as you can see, from Neewer, and we're going to be reviewing their new flash system, the Z3R system, which is basically competing with some of the most popular flash systems out there on the market right now. Before I start though, I wanted to say that Neewer did send to me this product for free, but I am not getting any monetary gain or I'm not being paid for my review. So this is my honest opinion and what I think about this flash system. So a little bit about me, I shoot in the studio and I also do wedding photography. So I do use speedlights a lot in my work environment. So I am very excited to review this new product and see how well it competes with what I'm currently using right now. So the Z3R is comparable to the Godox V1 and the V1 Pro. It's also comparable to the Profoto A1, I think is called. No, actually the Profoto A10. I don't own the Profoto A10, so I can't make a direct comparison. I also don't own the Godox V1 or V1 Pro. I've been always using the old school manual flashes from Godox. I usually use the TT600 flashes. So I'm very excited to try these new, more powerful flashes. But yeah, this will be comparable if you have those other flashes. These would compare to the Profoto A10 and the Godox V1 Pro. All right. So how do these flash compares to that flash? So this one is supposed to be 100 watts. The Profoto A10 is 76 watts and the Godox V1 Pro is also 76 watts. So Neewer is claiming that this flash that they have came out with is actually more powerful than the Godox and the Profoto. That's what they're claiming. So that would mean like faster probably recycle times at smaller power settings, which is great. All right, so the price point on this flash is $250 from Neewer directly. The price point, I believe, on the Godox V1 Pro is $349, and the price point on the Profoto A10 is $990. So that's a big difference in price. So this will be coming down to be the most budget-friendly version of all of them. So I'm really excited to try this out. It does have its own battery that you can charge. So it comes with the rechargeable battery and its rechargeable cable. You can charge the battery outside of the flash. So if you needed to swap the battery, put the battery to charge, you could do that while you're at an event. This is both manual flash and also TTL. So it's more like automatic flash as well. It also does high-speed sync. This flash is also touchscreen. It's touchscreen. So I'm not a super technical channel. I'm not a super technical photographer. Like I know how to shoot. I know my exposure triangle. I know my like basic settings. But I'm not gonna get down to the nitty-gritty of all the technical details of the flash and how it works because that's not the type of channel that I am. But yeah, so this is also has a touch screen and you're able to change the power settings from the touchscreen directly, which is a really cool. High-speed sync, all the basic things that you would expect from a flash. What I really love about this flash that's different from the current flashes that I have is that it has a LED light in the front. This helps a lot for me, especially for events when I'm shooting like in really dark spaces, like outside, or I'm shooting, especially when I'm shooting like wedding exits with like sparkler exits is always super dark and it's really hard for my camera to focus. So this LED light helps way more better for focusing when they're walking out instead of the little red light that it usually used to emit the flash. This is gonna come in handy. So that's a little button right there. My other flashes don't have that, so I'm really excited to try that out. It does have a port for you to attach like a battery pack for like even faster recycling times. The whole menu is touchscreen, but you can lock the touchscreen so that you're not moving settings around. I love this magnetic type of accessory attachment. All of the accessories attach magnetically, so it's super easy. So I'm really liking that. I also like that it's this newer mechanism for locking the flash into your hot shoe. It's not the one that you twist around. So far for me is all pros, because this flash is like so different from my current flash, because I am old school. I'm still using really old flashes. So I'm very excited to try this. I really like it. I'm sure the build quality is probably gonna be made of like more affordable materials than the Profoto and maybe the Godox. I don't know. This is probably most comparable to the Godox. But for the price, I think it's great. If this flash breaks on me because it's so affordable, I can just buy another one. I don't have to worry about like trying to like repair, customer service, and all of that if I was to spend like on a Profoto. Basically, I can buy 3 to 4 of these flashes with the cost of the Profoto A10. So for me, that's a win. I'm very excited. I haven't tried it out in the field, but I will. One awesome thing about this is that you can trigger this flash wirelessly with the newer triggers, which is, I have here, they sent me the Q Pro. So you can trigger them with the newer system. But not only can you trigger it with the newer system, but you can also trigger it with the Godox system. So if you currently have Godox triggers or Godox master flashes, you can trigger this flash with that as well. So you have even more flexibility. So you don't have to switch over to an entirely new system of triggers. So that's very exciting. So I am going to kind of like just give it a little try here what we got. I'm gonna turn this on. This is the Q Pro in channel 1, and this is on channel 1. There we go. All right. So I have set up my receiver. So let's see how fast we can trigger it. Yep, you can get a lot of photos very fast. Fast response, very fast response, so you can get lots of flashes and not miss a beat. That's great. All right, so that's with the Q Pro system. So that's how fast it recycles. And let's try it on full power, see how fast it recycles on full power. 1, 2, 1 Mississippi. 1 Mississippi. That's about, yeah, 1 Mississippi. That's how fast it triggers. 1, 2. Yeah, about 1.5 seconds, I'm gonna say that it triggers. So at full power. So, and then you guys notice how fast it was at like less power. So yeah. So all in all, I am excited to try this new flash. So I'm really excited to try this new flash from Neewer for sure. I like all the accessories that it comes with its magnetic. It's a great little flash unit. I'm not, like I said, we're not a technical channel here. We're not gonna go into super depth. But if you were thinking about getting this flash, this is just a little review of what I think about it so far. I will be testing it even further, and then I'll probably come back with a more in-depth review and comparison. Once I get my hands on other similar flashes, I could give it a better in-depth review. But so far, all I see is pros, very little cons. I like it, and maybe you guys give it a little try. If you're on a budget, I am always budget conscious in this channel because I know that everybody has to start somewhere. So if you're a brand new photographer, this is a great starter flash. And even if you're an experienced photographer like me, this is a great flash overall. This is gonna be way better than my old manual flashes for sure. So I am definitely gonna be taking this with me on my weddings. So yeah, whether you're a pro or a beginner, it's a great unit. So yeah, thank you Neewer for sending this over, and I appreciate you guys. So thanks for watching, and I see you guys soon.